Hey, so we're back. I'm not tired, but I don't know. Somehow, um, because my family keep telling me, yeah, don't go to bed too late, blah blah blah. Because of that, me, I tend to be like, I want to avoid conflict and so on, and um, I therefore tend to comply to some extent. I therefore tend to comply to some extent, and um, so I was like, okay, it's 3:30. Perhaps I need to go to bed right now. you know. So I slept enough and so on. But perhaps I need to go to bed. And I was like, okay, but I checked with the stars. I checked with my alien forces, and was like, nope, you continue. And you don't go to sleep now. And so I'm like, okay, I continue. So we're going to continue to go through the article, or perhaps I want to check the memo. I don't know what I should do first. Because I want to move forward in the memo, in the article. Yeah, I will. What is it about? So the section 4, which is the less the no, it's not the section 4. The section 3. Okay, so there is more information there. Then I need to go back to the memo, but I'm afraid to forget. Why would I forget? So UAP incidents at high security military installations. Some of the most compelling and well-documented UAP encounters have occurred at or near highly sensitive military installations, particularly those associated with nuclear weapons and advanced aerospace testing. These incidents are significant due to the high credibility of the witnesses, trained military observers, and the frequent corroboration by multiple sensor systems. The pattern of activity at the site suggests a level of interest in and potential capability to interfere with critical defense infrastructure. So they can interfere with defense. We can interfere with critical defense infrastructures. This is not a potential. So yeah, it's what I have been saying earlier. It's common knowledge that UAPs are close, that the Gullivers are close to hanging close to high security military installations. No, most notably the one with nuclear weapons. It's common knowledge that nuclear heads are often removed. Perhaps they are removed. If I say removed, it's perhaps that they are removed. Oh yeah, perhaps there is no more nuclear weapon in this world, and nobody knows about it except a few people, right? So that's possible. But like they are hanging there, they're like, nope, you're not gonna do anything about it. Apparently, like from what I heard as well in some think tank about UAPs, like I have been watching a little, not too much, but a little. I have been interested a little. um, um, wait a minute. So UAPs, nuclear weapons, um, being deactivated, so there is no more nuclear threats. So I don't know what I wanted to say exactly, but there is one thing that's relevant to be told is that um, the like it looks like there is an intensification of the uh, UAP apparition with the with the development of nuclear weapons, and apparently, as I said earlier, the nuclear weapons are fucking around on multiple bandwidth, for control bandwidth somehow, and it might be disrupting it might have been disrupting the entirety of the universal ecosystem. So perhaps this is why they are here. Like, this is a rumor. This is something that has been told in some conferences. So because I'm still cautious with the science that is spread nowadays, because of the level of attacks that have been led against me, and because of how the entire environment has been shaped and tweaked around me, and perhaps as well, the point is for me not to believe anymore anything that I have been told for my entire life, so that I would not have the keys of comprehension to still move forward in an advanced manner with truthful information that has been spread. If you doubt everything, you doubt everything, and then you have to build up everything from scratch. But I still have all the referential of all the information that I have made for my entire life. So it's like I can still think from a quantum basis. I can still think from a new age basis, from with the angels, archangels, multi-dimensional way of thinking, like with the spirits, and I can think from a witchcraft perspective. I can think from a ritualistic perspective as well. I can think from a frequential perspective as well, which is the same as multidimensional in the end of the day, multidimensional way. Um, Airplane. I can think, my brain has been a bit more targeted right now, so I guess this is why. I can think from a and as well, perhaps it's to signal that frequency multidimensional is the same, which is what I think. Um, I can think from several perspectives, which are all one and the same. In the end of the day, it seems to be like it. Um, Now I'm thinking about chemical elements vibrating at a certain frequency with a certain pattern. And then on an harmonic level, so harmonic is like it's a relationship of bandwidth of frequencies. If your tone is 10, then the harmonic of 10 is 20. You double. That's a relationship, a certain type of relationship. And so there are some harmonics to colors as there are harmonics to sounds. And so somehow everything has colors and everything is in harmony from some sounds, and everything is a harmony from colors. And you have some multi-layered relationships like this. It's like what's on the dimension, on the bandwidth of the 10 hertz can also be perceived on the dimension of 20 hertz and on the dimension of 40 hertz, so 2 times 20, on the dimension of 160 hertz. And the stronger your tone, the stronger can be the harmonies. And so the more you see, the more intense is your resonance on other harmonic dimensions. Playing again, like, is this second or is that 1 or 2 planes? Like, perhaps on one. That freaked me out at some point because, you know, like I kept being fucked with on a frequency level. So then I was like, whoa, this is bad. But then, I also know that up there they wouldn't let too much bad happen to me, right? So that I'm actually protected. And that it's impossible to fuck with my frequencies. So it's like it's all pointless because of stealthy, more advanced technology that makes you believe that you're getting it your way, but you're never getting it your way in the end of the day. And it's something that troubles me as well. It's like, why aren't you possible to do the math, this simple math? This is another thing that troubles me. Really, if I think about it, the more I do prolong my work, the more there is material for anybody else to be able to take advantage of it for themselves. But like in a harmonic way, in a symbiotic way. It's like I am able to put advanced material out there, and so everybody can take advantage for themselves. Take advantage, I mean, like, enjoy it, like, and analyze it and comprehend it, and then do their own thing from their own, like prolong it, extend it, get inspired by this or this, and extend it towards regarding their own experience. But that model seems to be too it's like too complex, too inaccessible, because it has to be stolen, or and like it's like they are stealing not even 0.01% of 0.01% of what I could do. They are stealing and they are fighting for it. It's like to death. And for them, this option seems to be better than being able to reach a 2% of what I can offer if I am, like, for instance, at the 22% of my capabilities. You know what I mean? So if I am at a 100%, it's like easy, they can do like the 1%. So definitely get more than what's happening right now. Like if they are like so behind, you know what I mean? So, and if you are like that behind, it's like you can reach, like, at least easily the 0.01% that I have been delivering now, while I'd be at the 100% far ahead. Like you would have like so much things to do it, to be able to achieve this. And this is a simple math. But then it's like it's all stuck and like, no, I want this 0.01%. This is mine. And they don't even get this 0.01% in the end. So it's even less, and they are killing themselves, so they have nothing. Like it's a simple logic, right? It's super simple. It's not complicated. So you don't need to have a PhD for that, or you need to be 165 of IQ. You don't need to. You don't need to be like. I don't know, like a regular. Everyone can figure that out for themselves, right? Like, is it that complicated? Like, just tell me in the comments if this is that complicated. Like, is it simple, or is it? Tell me, because it feels like it's just the last thing that's possible to do. But yeah, the killing. The point is the killing. That's the point. The killing, the stealing. It's what it feels like. It's like the crimes, the scamming, the lying, the deceiving. This is the point. This is the point. So, you see, I think about it quite a bit, huh? It just like, it stays with me, huh? To figure that out. So, I'm getting a little tired, but these are the attacks. So let's go about the section 3. I'm thinking, can I tell you something more about what I seen? No, apparently not. They didn't show me anything more as well when I gathered the feedback. Sorry. Why they told me no, you continue. Okay, so let's go. Some of the most compelling, section 3, UAP incidents at high security military installations. Some of the most, oh yeah, so we've read this. Oh yeah, and then I have been going on nuclear weapons and so on. So like they have sensors. Me, I am purposefully left in the dark with as little information as possible. But fortunately, I need information right now. Because the less I meet information, the better it is for them. Because the more they can deceive and manipulate and dictate what's up. Where here it's like, no, the world knows. And I know that, but it's like my environment is so manufactured to discredit it that it leaves you only little space to think that right. So I have been putting in my mind that it's gonna be like my stepdad or my mom, stepdad most probably coming and be like, oh, the time, blah. So let's see if it's happening. I see that they aren't happy about it. But then if they aren't happy about it, it's like just move things up so that it wouldn't happen.
Et tu vas te coucher là, c'est bon. T'as vu les 4 heures encore?
Et donc?
Eh ben tu vas te coucher, non? Non mais maintenant c'est... tu repars la nuit là?
Pourquoi?
Déjà, c'est l'électricité qui... D'accord? Et tu fais quoi exactement?
Je suis en train de lire des articles, je suis en train de me renseigner.
Oui, te renseigner de quoi? Bah, tu peux faire dans la journée. T'es que sur ton ordinateur, tu fais pas autre chose?
Non, mais c'est plus simple de
faire
ça
non,
maintenant.
c'est pas plus simple la nuit. Non, non, non. La journée, c'est pareil.
Ok.
Donc, tu vas te coucher.
Bah écoute, je finis ça et après, dans tous les cas, je suis fatigué là.
Ouais, t'es fatigué. Bah oui, les 4 heures du matin.
Ouais, mais c'est pas un problème ça.
Oui, non, non, c'est pas un problème. Tu vas te coucher, comme ça, dans la journée, t'es éveillé. Non, mais c'est pas la nuit hein, qu'il faut être éveillé. Hein.
Ok, donc c'est à propos du chat en fait. C'est pour que le chat y reste.
Pour que le chat y reste. Le chat y reste.
Ouais.
Pourquoi le chat y reste? Qu'est-ce que tu racontes là?
T'as vu que j'ai pu mes Il y a des thunes qui m'ont été volées sur mon... qui ont disparu de mon compte en banque.
Tes thunes qui ont été volées sur ton compte en banque?
T'as vu ça ou pas? Je
Mais,
t'ai montré ou pas?
mais quelle banque?
N26. J'avais 17 euros de stock et il y a tout qui a disparu.
Parce qu'ils ont fermé ton compte.
Non, non, j'ai encore mon compte. Là, j'avais 17 euros, 16,88 € et d'un seul coup, j'ai plus rien.
Bah, tu les appelles. C'est
Ouais,
eux.
bah, je vais leur demander.
Bah, tu leur dois de l'argent, Arnaud.
Ah, moi, je leur dois. C'est pas moi qui leur dois de l'argent.
C'est pas toi. Non, mais tu te fous de ma gueule, Arnaud, là. Oh, c'est quoi ton cirque, là? Tu reçois un papier comme quoi tu t'étais à découvert, faut bien payer ton découvert, non?
Bon, d'ailleurs, tu l'as gardé plus longtemps, non? Donc,
J'ai-
ouais, des stocks qui disparaissent de nulle part.
Mais c'est
De
pas
nulle
moi.
part.
Oh, pourquoi tu me parles de ça? Pourquoi tu me parles de ça, là?
Bah, juste pour te dire qu'il y a des thunes qui ont disparu.
Mais c'est pas moi, j'ai même pas ton compte, et comment tu veux que j'y touche?
Voilà, donc pourquoi tu viens dire que je leur dois des thunes?
Bah, et le papier que t'as eu, là, c'est quoi?
Ouais, mais écoute, c'est pas légal en fait de faire ça. Genre, ça te pose pas de problème?
Tu vas pas laisser la lumière comme ça toute la nuit dans le garage. Allô?
Ouais,
Ouais. Attends, non mais. Non, t'entends, non?
ouais. J'entends moi. T'as vu, il y a des thunes qui ont été volées par ma banque.
Mais t'as qu'à les appeler, mais pourquoi tu me regardes, là? Tu m'accuses parce que je t'ai payé, je
Pourquoi
t'ai
tu
payé.
t'énerves?
Mais non, parce que pourquoi? On te dit de te coucher, tu me parles de ton fric, là.
Bah ouais, parce que moi là, je suis en train de dire que là, il y a des vrais problèmes en fait.
Mais pas pour 15 euros, Arnaud, mais attends, tu vas arrêter. Bah, parce que tu dois de l'argent et qu'ils t'ont piqué ça, non? Bah
Tu
oui,
t'en- tu
n'aie crainte,
t'entends parler?
non, non, mais la banque, elle prend de l'argent, hein, n'aie crainte, hein. N'aie pas peur, hein. Tous les mois, ils te reprennent de l'argent, hein.
Donc en fait, il y a les stocks, il y a il y a ce que j'avais. C'est même pas, c'est mes stocks, ils ont disparu et pour toi, c'est normal.
Mais tous les mois, moi, la banque, elle nous prend de l'argent.
Mais je te parle pas de frais. Je te parle de stock options qui ont disparu
Eh ben, tu les appelleras demain matin. Mais te couche pas à 4 heures du matin pour chercher je sais pas quoi, parce qu'ils te doivent de l'argent. Envoie-leur pourquoi t'avais 15 euros, pourquoi ça a disparu. Envoie un message.
Ouais, bah écoute, je vais les contacter.
Non mais toute la nuit, la lumière elle tourne là-dedans. Attends, ouais. Et
Et Arnaud, tu vas te coucher, là, c'est bon.
Ouais,
Oh, t'as compris, là?
c'est allumé là aussi là?
j'ai compris, ouais.
Mais non, c'est moi qui ai allumé. J'ai l'arrête aussi. Oh, c'est bon, c'est moi qui viens l'allumer en...
C'est so annoying.
Ah non mais il va pas rester allumé. Attends,
And this is why they steal my money. And so that I would stay in with...
Non, mais Arnaud, c'est pas parce que tu vas te coucher, on te doit 15 euros, tu te
Tu
couches.
peux arrêter de gueuler, putain?
Oh, t'arrêtes.
Merci. T'es en vidéo, là. T'es sur les vidéos.
Non, mais arrête, tu parlais pas sur les vidéos. Non, mais c'est...
C'est en
Mais
train d'enregistrer, là.
Oh, arrête. N'importe quoi. Mais tu vas arrêter, Arnaud. D'une
T'arrêtes
manière.
de gueuler. Arrête de gueuler. C'est bon. Maintenant, ça va être posté en ligne. Tout le monde va voir que tu me gueules dessus et que tu passes 5 minutes à me gueuler dessus alors que je suis en train de te dire
Oui, bah, les
que
gens,
là, on
ils
m'a
voient
volé
bien
des
que tu
thunes et que tu me dis juste de la merde. C'est bon, on a compris. Pour que j'aille me coucher, voilà, on a compris.
Oui, mais tu vas te coucher.
Non, je vais pas me coucher, c'est du harcèlement en fait là.
Non, c'est pas du harcèlement, Arnaud.
Arrête de me gueuler dans les oreilles.
Oh, on te demande de te coucher.
C'est pas en gueulant comme ça que le chat il va rester. Hein. T'as déjà vu plusieurs fois que le chat il partait quoi qu'il arrive. T'as déjà vu que le chat il partait
Mais
quoi qu'il
pourquoi le
arrive,
chat? Mais
donc
pourquoi
ça sert à rien de
Mais
faire
pourquoi
escalader. Ça sert à rien de faire escalader les choses comme ça en fait.
Mais pourquoi le chat? Et pourquoi le chat? C'est pas le chat.
Bon, écoute, tu veux pas parler des choses telles qu'elles sont. T'as juste envie de prendre la tête,
Bon, bah,
de
t'as
te
envie que je me
réveiller en
prenne encore
pleine
la
nuit.
tête? Eh ben, c'est bien, Arnaud, c'est très bien. D'une manière, moi, j'attends. On va aller voir le médecin parce que là, j'en ai ras-le-bol.
Oui,
D'accord?
d'accord. Bah, tout le monde maintenant va voir que tu me prends la tête pour rien. Et il va y avoir des témoins du coup. Hop, c'est bien. Merci.
Non, mais pour qui tu te prends? Tu vas prendre ton palochon puis tu vas repartir. Hein. D'accord? Hop.
Ok, d'accord.
Et comme ça,
Bonne nuit.
tu vas te coucher.
Ouais, bonne nuit.
Et c'est bon, hein, tes conneries là.
Bonne nuit.
Oh!
Bonne nuit.
Tu vas te coucher.
Bonne nuit.
C'est fini, Arnaud, là.
Bonne nuit.
Demain, c'est pas...
Bonne nuit.
Oui, c'est bon.
Bonne nuit. Okay.
Are you doing?
So that was Netflix talking. How are you doing? So you see how it's going. The level of aggression has been going better for the past days, and now it's just like the level of aggression increasing because because it's what they do. It's because it's what they do. They just increase the violence to get things started out, and this is the only way they operate. So you've seen, like, you can take the transcript and translate it in English if you like. The conversation is stupid. It's like I am saying I'm just gaslighting. I'm basically on the fact that the bank N26 would have stolen money from me out of nowhere. And then it's like, go to sleep. And when I expose the facts, like some sensitive facts, systematically, the brain is triggered so that I would lose clarity and the sense of argumentation as well. This is something that's systematic. So, and you have seen it like in front of the camera as well. At some point, it was just like I felt myself being in the mood and like not being able to reason anymore. It was just like my cognition being blocked and like in a kind of singular focus modus, so that I wouldn't be able to articulate the knowledge and be able to answer appropriately and with sense, like with all the with more than the current perception in mind. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. So now, as said, there is proof. We have confirmation that they just do it, like they just increase the violence. To increase the violence, they just want to kill, blah. Listen, it's happening. If you have a problem with reality, go see a doctor. If you have a problem with the reality of other people, go see a freaking doctor. It's like, it's simple. So the nuclear nexus intrusion at ICBM and strategic air command bases. A recurring theme in UAP reporting is the presence of anomalous objects over sites housing nuclear weapons. This pattern, documented since the Cold War, suggests a potential surveillance of humanity's most powerful volatile technology. This pattern suggests a potential surveillance of humanity's most powerful and volatile technology. Yeah. Maelstrom Air Force Base, Montana, March 1967. So as well, it has been escalating on my stepdad and mom. It's like I have been asking for everything to be unlocked so that I would be removed from the situation, to be there with my family, so that I would avoid to have attacks be put on them, so that I would not be coerced with them, like create like a space with less dependency, which is normal, right? It's like you remove yourself, you isolate yourself to have less dependency and to have less people targeted around you, and like just to be less manipulated, right? But it just I don't know if you've seen, that was 408, but the point is to keep me in a space where where it's still possible to attack me as much as, where it's possible to attack me as much as possible. At the beginning, I was asking for a Faraday safe space. Never happened. Still didn't happen. I don't know if that worked. And because they said, because they told me to remain here and to continue record videos, then of course it escalates. So as well, I think they want to see me vulnerable. It's like I have been through it like so many times that so yeah, it's been tough for them. It's been tough. And I didn't even think about contacting my bank and tell them, hey, what's up? It's like, it's so like, I'm so like, yeah, it's all a scam, that I'm not even thinking about like just contacting the bank and be like, hey, what happened? Right? It's like, I'm not even like, I have been pushed so much out of the system that I'm not even thinking about using the system to get things back in order anymore. Right? I have like, normally a lawyer should be pushing my case in front of in front of a court in France, so that I'd have my social rights being restored for past whoa, loud airplane, so that I have my social rights be paid back. It's like, it's nothing. It's like, it's like $600 per month. $600 per month. I ask, like the case has been going in front of our tribunal with 7 months delay. It should have been judged before. But then, like, at least 7 months later, they finally told me no. And like they pushed the delay until the end, like they stretched it as much as they could. And then like half a year, more than half a year potentially later, told me that no, I wouldn't have the money, which is a social right, which is normally just given to everyone, especially if you're French, right? And I had rights in Germany as well, so it was just a transfer of rights that were already given in Germany to France, that were just like to the system of France. Germany said yes, and normally according to European jurisdiction, then if I still have rights in Germany, then temporarily I could get the rights for 3 months in here on the territory in France and then go back to Germany. But after 3 months, my rights were still not given here in France, so they just locked up everything. Then I got paid like halfway, and like not even perhaps a fifth of what should have been given. And so I was locked in, depending on my family to get money. Then the loans, I wouldn't have loan allowance. I was in an overdraft that could have been paid out totally 100% with my social rights, which was the point as well. And now, because I couldn't, because they didn't pay me my social rights, then the overdraft is not paid, and they engineered this to just keep me in some type of debt, and manufactured financial coercion, just to try to keep me locked, to take as much as they can from the count, but they still get obsessed about it somehow, because it's just like it fucked them up. So so many suicided because of that. So yeah, then I'm like, they took like 7K from me, like, and it was like so bad, like you have no idea bad. It's like all the people they could get fired. Like if it was somebody else, they would be fired right now, like already like out. But because it's me somehow, because like everything needs to be like billions needs to be thrown at me, then it's like it's too complicated to give me 7K, because otherwise I would feel too great, and if I feel too great and too independent, then it's too dangerous for the entire system and for themselves. But like anyway, I'm still recording videos, I'm still posting online, so it's like they still not succeed in what they intend to do, and they never have been succeeded in that. Actually, it has been just going worse and worse for them. The more they push back, the more they try to inflict pain, the more it backfired in their face. So yeah, I should have like normally my case studied in front of a court in Paris, but the file needs to be submitted by a lawyer, and because lawyers are part of the order as well, they use that layers of people to lock the case out, to lock me out of this system and not have access to my social rights. So then I'm supposed as well to be paid for my work as informant. It's like I don't know how many It's like I'm supposed to be paid on with YouTube. I'm supposed to be paid with Medium. I'm supposed to be paid like Etsy. They owe me money. Patreon owes me money. What else? Substack might owe me money. They might block some stuff that you are sending me. I gave my IBAN, and they might have blocked as well all the money that has been sent to me. To then have like my mother coming and just telling me no sense that I need to go to sleep at a certain time. And yeah, it's like, can you imagine how desperate those people are? So just imagine. It must be tough. It must be tough to be in their shoes every day. Well, okay. So we have again a little recap of what was going on with the entire thing. It's a bit like, is that really happening? Yes, it's happening. I don't know for how long, but I know not for so long because it cannot hold that much. It's like oh my God, they have been like very much taking a hit. Okay. Because like the more they take a hit, the harder they want to overcompensate. So Maelstrom Air Force Base, Montana, March 1967. This is one of the most significant cases involving alleged UAP interference with nuclear weapons system. On March 24, 1967, while a glowing reddish-orange object was observed hovering over the facility by security personnel, up to 10 Minuteman I intercontinental ballistic missile ICBMs at EcoFlight launch control facility simultaneously became inoperable. I guess that all the missiles right now, nuclear missiles, they cannot be touched at all. I guess right now, and perhaps that's the that's the point. Like the weapons of being just removed, and that'd be cool if like as well the attacks on my brain and so on could be just all removed as well. That'd be fantastic. So they are mad at these because just like stripped away from their weapon, stripped away from their money, stripped away from so much more, from their companies. So former USAF Captain Robert Salas, a deputy missile combat crew commander on duty during the incident, has provided extensive public testimony. He states that security guards topside reported the object and were terrified. Shortly after, his missiles begin to show a no-go statue, one by one in rapid succession. An official Air Force investigation attributed the shutdowns to a possible electrical malfunction. But this explanation has been rejected by Salas and other personnel involved, who point out that each missile system was independent and redundant, making a simultaneous failure of this nature highly improbable. Salas claims he and his commander were ordered to sign non-disclosure agreements and never speak of the incident. Loring Air Force Base, Maine, October 1975. For several nights, the Strategic Air Command SAC base, which housed nuclear-armed B-52 bombers, experienced incursions by an unidentified aircraft that showed specific interest in the nuclear weapons storage area. Official document describe the object as an unidentified helicopter originating from Canadian airspace. Quote, unidentified helicopter. However, numerous eyewitness accounts from base personnel, including pilots and security police, describe a silent, luminous object capable of moving in rapid straight line vectors and making sharp right angle turns without any apparent radius. Maneuver impossible for conventional helicopter. The incidents were serious enough to trigger a high alert briefings to the it was serious enough to trigger a high alert briefings to the Joint Chief of Staff and coordination with Canadian authorities, yet the official investigation by the Air Force failed to identify a cause for the sightings. By the way, it's been a blackout that has been organized and that costs 1.6 billion to Spain, perhaps more, and around the same, perhaps 1 billion for Portugal. So 2.6 billion to two countries because of me. During this incident, they put the highest level of security clearance in place, military. The highest level of security, of military security, and they asked back for the military to come back on the territory. This is what's happening. And I'm still being targeted, which is the reason why they have to call back the military in the first place. Like, this is the problem. So now we go about again Rendlesham Forest, and you see right now that I have difficulties to read as well, and this is part of the problem. So this is why the military comes back to the territory, why there's the electricity is shut down over territories like Spain and Portugal. It's like it's not nothing. It's not that nothing has been done. It's really that this is sickness. They have been at war against one person, not attacking them at all, for I think I held up like something like 25 months or something, like of intense torture. So Rendlesham Forest, and then it's gonna be it. Bentwaters Woodbridge, UK, December 1980, known as Britain's Roswell. This multi-day event occurred at twin USAF bases that at the time stored tactical nuclear weapons. On December 26, security patrols saw lights descending into the adjacent forest and went to investigate, believing it was a downed aircraft. They encountered a glowing metallic triangular craft with colored lights, which maneuvered silently through the trees. The following day, investigators found 3 depressions in the ground. So depression in the ground in a triangular formation. Burn marks on trees and broken branches. Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Hart led a patrol back to the site on the night of December 28. His team recorded elevated radiation levels in the landing impression with a Geiger counter. During Kyle Geiger, I hanged with. During this investigation, Hart and his men witnessed multiple anomalous lights, including one that projected a beam of light down onto the base near the weapons storage area, an event he documented on a now famous audio recording. The UK Ministry of Defence officially stated the event posed no threat to national security, a conclusion that seems incongruous with the testimony of high-ranking USAF officers and the physical evidence reported. So yeah, trying just to... No, it's not happening. And apparently this triangle had hieroglyphic lights. So hieroglyphic lights, triangular lights, triangular objects. I don't know. Right? So yeah, this is it. I think I'm good for now. I don't want to go to sleep too late either, because I want to still wake up in the morning. I don't want to wake up after the morning. So now it's 4:30. Now it's 4:30. It means that I'm gonna put an alarm at 11:11 because I still want to be up before noon. I was up at 1 p.m. today. That was a bit too late. Not 1 p.m., 12 something. But it's also that I'm kept asleep. So up. I'm kept asleep. Yeah, so this is it. I'm gonna put everything online, and tomorrow is another day. Woo! Have fun and much love.